And we are now looking at some A-class videos, and I have to say that I'm actually very honored now to look at those A-class videos, because I just had a live talk with the pro team Extended from Finland, and it is just amazing what this team is doing. It's a family, you know. For people who may not know, who see only the scores on the leaderboard and the team name, there's so much more behind it, because it's the Pohjola family with father, mother, and 14-year-old son Kalle, and you know, they have made their four-way competition the family sport, and it was actually it was a pleasure to introduce them for the first time to the audience live. They're in first place, obviously, by far, with a 30.7 average, which is not really a big surprise, as they were here before a few years ago and they had a similar performance in the rookie class. Anyhow, the A-class competition is actually the category where most of the juniors are flying here, juniors, families, and it will be fun to look at them. It has been fun looking at the new generation of four-way competitors, and it's just as much fun to watch families doing together what we love to do. So it's a father, a mother, you know, husband, and so forth, you know, families, married couples, and everything that is, any combination that is possible can now go in the tunnel, fly in the tunnel, and join competitions and train. So it's fantastic that, you know, the indoor skydiving has offered us this opportunity, and the teams and the people are taking it, using the opportunity. And we have in the A-class, we have the pro team from Finland. We watch those videos now in a minute. I think we have the top 6 teams in the A-class that we're gonna see in a little bit. In 6th place, I think they will go from bottom to top. Well, let's see, the Brainstorming. That's a team in Brainstorm. The Brainstorming team is actually from Italy. No families and no juniors involved in this lineup. Again, it's from Italy. They are currently in 4th place. It's a very international leaderboard in the A-class as well. Now the first 10 places have not even one UK team. In fact, it's even more than that. I think the first 11 places have not even a UK team on the leaderboard. So it's Finland, Czech Republic, Poland, Italy, Estonia, Ireland, South Africa, France, and it's exciting to see that. It's a world championship in the A-class, and the Italian team Brainstorming opened up. Now we're moving to Poland from here. 1, 2, 3 is next. That's a team currently in 3rd place. Brainstorming, by the way, had a 19 in round 6, which is bringing block 6 to the teams who are taking on the technical part of the dive pool for the first time in their career. 8 blocks, and block 6, Stadion is one of them. Those are the blocks which are kind of easier to learn. There was a penalty, you don't see that very often on block 6 any longer. There was the center point that was overlapping. There are 3 penalties. I don't know if it was in another transition, but anyhow, there is 1, 2, 3 from Poland, not the only team from Poland here in Bedford, and next one is Phoenix. That's a team from the Czech Republic. The Czech Republic also with a large delegation here in Bedford. They have another team in the A-class, which are the Junior Flies. That's a junior team. They have two teams, actually two junior teams, and I don't think we see any of them because they are, well, we may see the junior cubs because they are in the top 6, and I think we'll see the top 6 teams here in the A class. And this is Phoenix, another team from the Czech Republic. They're in second place, and they're finishing with 19 points, which will keep them in the second place. That's the second highest score behind the leader. We'll see that in a moment, and we'll see a completely different whirlwind performance. But let's look at Alacran first of all. I think it's an all-female lineup actually from Spain. So the first top 6 teams from 6 different countries. First place Finland, second Czech Republic, third Poland, fourth Italy. Alacran in 5th place at the moment is from Spain, and a second team from the Czech Republic in the top 6. So let's look at Alacran. Again, same sequence, of course. In round 6, there comes Stadion. Almost all the teams are doing that vertically with vertical technique, which is, of course, the going technique these days. You can do it horizontally too, but most of the teams are doing it vertically. 1 penalty at the 17th point for Alacran from Spain. And here's a second team from the Czech Republic, the Junior Cups, Hurricane Factory Junior Cups. That's an all-girl lineup. So those are 4 flying juniors, teenagers from Prague. Jan Klapka, the godfather of 4-way competition in the Czech Republic, has brought up those junior teams with the indoor cloud league activities and prepared them for a real competition. And here they are. Actually, not only the indoor cloud league competition, he also is running the European Tunnel League events in Prague, and a regular competition, monthly competition. And the Junior Cups are confirming their 6th place with the 17 points, which is actually the 3rd highest for this round. And here is the team from Finland, Pro Team Extended. Now, be ready for something that will look different. It will look like a AAA class team pace-wise, only that it's a shorter sequence. But look at Kalle Pohjola. I think he is he's a tail now, I believe. It's so difficult to see because when I met the family and the team, he was 2 years old, he was very little, and the first time he competed at the World Challenge, he was also still a lot smaller than the rest of the team, his father, mother, and Juho Mikola as a 4th team member. So amazing, 31 points, 19 was the highest score so far in this category. And doesn't it look like Hayabusa, except, well, not quite, but it looks like a very well-trained team, the pro team from Finland. Congratulations to Finland for this outstanding performance. Finland has more teams here. They have the Tigers and Tahma, I believe. Yes, Tahma, I think is the name. And Tahma, I think, is also in a AA class, while the Tigers are the current national forward team for Finland. And so that's a 3-team delegation from Finland. And they have their own wind tunnel now too in the southeastern part of Finland. They have built a 14-footer. So they have actually some indoor training opportunity. But other than that, when you live where the Pohjola family is living, that is Rovaniemi, a small town at the polar circle, very far in the north. Beautiful area, but there is not much skydiving going on. It's a very short summer, and it's cold for the rest of the year. It's very nice and beautiful, but not much skydiving. So if you want to prepare yourself for a competition, you have to do a lot of homework. And they are doing this properly. They know how to do it because the parents Kimmo and Uti, they have been skydiving and doing four-way competition for quite a while, including world championships, and they know how to bring their sun color to up to speed. Okay, and that is it. Enough for the A-class competition. After round 6, we are moving on back to the triple A-class competition. This time in the female category, four-way women. We will speak with, it's probably Ray, I guess, who is going to do that. She will speak with Volition, who is just in first place, 1 point ahead of Füse, and have taken over. But she will talk about this. Thank you.
I'm here with Volition, or 3 members of Volition. I believe Nutty's probably feeding at the moment. How's it going, ladies?
It's going really good.
Yeah. You enjoying it? I watched some of your earlier rounds when you started out. It's a bit like just getting to know each other, a few glitches, and the latter rounds, like rounds 3 and 4 onwards, you're like ramping it up. And you can tell, Sparky flying opposite Nutty, that you guys know each other so well. So some of those rounds where you have you two in turning centerpieces or whatever, it just looks like we've known each other forever. We're just going to spin the 13s like we spin the 13s. And it's just like with these two.
It's a good job
on
it
the
looks
edge.
like that.
It's definitely been a learning experience all the way through, because we haven't got much time together in this format, and we've only got like one and just under 2 hours, haven't we, as a team? So we have been learning. So those first sort of couple of rounds, it was sort of finding our way, and then we felt like we've got our mojo a little bit.
How's it like flying with the young guns now?
It's great.
Yeah, you guys have flown together a little bit before you flew together.
Yeah, we flew last year.
Have we flown once
I
before?
don't think we've flown together.
We not?
No.
I can't remember.
Or maybe.
I think we did once.
Yeah. No, me and Kate did this team last year, and we went to Prague with Lynn and Laura James. So we've had some flying together.
There's a good amount of like female flying talent in the UK at the moment. I mean, we're talking. There's a bit of a debate going on about whether you need a female category or not. And I think, my line is, I've always come to the thing is it comes down to funding at the end of the day. You know, if we didn't have the VMAXs or the air kicks, like you wouldn't have us here sat around having this conversation, because you need to get the funding to go and do it. Whether I think female flyers can't outfly the Oakland teams, we're just watching the flying girls every now and again. Yeah, they can do it.
Yeah.
Tell me a bit about your competition. Obviously, you're in it you're going for the indoor slot for the UK. And how do you feel you are with the training that you've done, the little amount of training that you've done, and do you feel that you should have a bit of a battle with LFTO, or is that what it was, or are you looking to catch the Fusion guys?
It's more of a personal goal, because we've got different techniques. We're trying to put it all together, and sometimes it feels great, sometimes it's a little bit sticky, isn't it? So we've got a personal goal. We want to go to the indoor meet, and we've got an average in our head that we want to get to. What other people do is outside our control.
Yeah. So it's just for yourselves.
Really. And I think we haven't had a chance to do enough, because we've done minimal training. We don't really know what our average is. We haven't got this far and said, oh well, in the tunnel this is our average, because we just haven't had time to even know that yet. So it'll be interesting to see.
I mean, obviously we wanted to go for that slot to be able to go to Poland. I mean, that was key. And I didn't really know what to expect. I haven't seen the other girls fly, and I definitely didn't know anything about the Canadians. But which is great that there is now a battle there as well. So, but whilst we're creeping, it's very technical still, which is not what you would necessarily expect when you're creeping for a competition. But we're still in a very much a forming stage of the team where it is technical stuff, because there's stuff that we haven't done before. We're still feeling it out. So, but it's fun to be doing that and also still be thinking it's a competition, and to have that little battle as well. It definitely gets the heart rate going.
Your competitive edge, you always have it. I always watch you, and you're like gunning for it all the time, Sparky. It's
calm
like,
down. I'm always being told, but it's too much fun.
And how do you two feel like flying with our world champions and former world champions and
But I'm learning. But the thing is, I haven't had any proper coaching since 2008. So last year's coaching with Joe, it was the first I'd had for ages. And so I'm learning stuff off of Kate, because she's got the new way. I'm very much a has-been with the old stuff. So it's trying to get an old dog
to learn some new tricks. I mean, I was really lucky. I did some 2-on-2 with Hayabusa a few weeks ago. I've been doing 2-on-2 with Steve and John as well, UK Tunnel Camps, and just learning the back piece for me is really important. but also so many different techniques. So we're talking about the ones that the flying girls fly, like the cheated ones, and Hayabusa flying the straight ones. I'm like, well, you don't lose any time. It actually looks a little bit faster. And loads of new techniques coming in. And Joey's very much I watch Formula Fly. It's a very physical kind of team as well. French girls are the outsides are very physical as well. You can fly in body positions that.
They're awesome. I love watching them. It's like poetry.
It's great, isn't it? It's really, but how they fly those legs out here, legs dropping. It's just like, wow. I tried to fly like that, but I can't. I have to stick to the song. Yeah, exactly, pretty much. So what else is going on in Sparky's world?
I've got 2 children chickenpox at the moment, so.
I don't know if I've ever had chickenpox.
I'm very much the mum at the moment and trying to run a business. So, but this is a nice thing to have. You know, I mean, outdoor skydiving for me it's not really happening anymore. So it's great the fact we've got this platform, this place that we can
all these indoor meets.
Yeah, it's great. So I can still be a competitor without having to set a load of time aside where you're not necessarily going to jump anyway because of the weather. So at least we know when we turn up to train, we are going to train. So for me, this is where it's at. So it's all very exciting.
And for you, Sean, how's the Algarve?
It's sunny. It's nice. So I put 4-way to one side just while I set up a new life in Portugal, and that's going really well. It's busy.
And this is it's skydive.
Skydive Algarve.
Skydive Algarve, becoming a bit of a free fly hot zone in that place, I think.
Lots of free fly, but we also have lots of flat as well, so we've got a good contrast between both.
And it's a great place. It's sunny, as you said.
Yeah, sunny, beaches, mountains, everything.
In the UK, what's going on?
It's quite busy here. We're doing a lot of jumping at Langham this year. Obviously Sean's joined Formula, so that gives us a chance to fly together on that team as well as this team, which is all good.
Yeah.
And I think Nutty's coming to do a few jumps with us, and Sparky's going to do a bit of tunnel, so it's going to be quite nice.
It's going to be brilliant, huh?
It's going to be really good.
Excited.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you, ladies, for coming to join
Thank
me.
you.
Thank you for having us. And taking time out of your day. And I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the events.
Thank you very much.
So if they